maybe I know that this is not going quite where I was hoping and I need to bump it up. Okay, so the same sort of things that you would do in P6. Now, I can certainly work on expenses if there are any, and in this case there's no little calculator up here, so there's no expenses on that activity. And I can certainly take a look at whether or not I need to do something about starting to track a deviation or a change. If I think we do have a problem here right out of the gate, I can certainly start to identify that there is a change probably required. Now this DR type is, again, very simple. It's an activity code that we've put in with a pick list, again, that you can control. So this is just food for thought. You can have in there what you need for your team. So in this case, we have some sort of design problem starting to creep in. We can see that where we had to suspend. And I can go ahead and say that I do feel like we need to request a deviation or a change or a trend started right out of the gate. Okay, now I can keep updating. I may have more activities that I'd like to update, or I can leave it at that. Okay, so we can, let's go ahead and leave it at that for the moment and submit this progress. So once it's submitted, you should see something like this where it lets you know that, okay, the updates have been moved over and they're waiting for approval if I've asked for an approval process. If I haven't, they'll go straight into P6 and I can look at the data and what's happened in P6. So I can log out as this user, and of course I can keep logging in as often as I need to. Now, in this case, we have asked for an approver on our tasks. I can see that right here. So it might be the project manager, it might be the leader of perhaps the engineering side, the reviews and the coordination. You can mix and match as you wish. So this activity was the one I just updated, and I've got an approver required. So I'm going to log in as EAI lead in a moment. Now before I do that, I don't think I really did save anything. Let's go ahead and take a look at additional information that we're going to start to track. So once we start submitting from CAPPS, the data is going to start coming into P6. Now, you're probably saying, well, I thought you just updated that. Okay, so you can see that it's not coming in immediately because, of course, we've asked for the approval process to be done in CAPPS. So this is sitting waiting for the approval to take place. And once it does, we'll start to see the data coming into P6. So again, we've kept it quite simple. We use out-of-the-box functionality for the most part in P6. Anywhere we needed to enhance, we've enhanced with our calculator technology to do any calculations or field mapping or whatnot. Okay. So we're waiting. We're still waiting for the approver to say that this status seems fine and to approve that update. So let me go ahead and log back in to CAPPS. This time I'm going to log in as an approver. And this is the username for the EAI leader who does the review for that scope of work. Okay, so I'm just copying and pasting it so that I don't do my usual typos. And I'm going to log in as an approver in this scenario. So this is same look and feel. So I could be an approver. I can also do the updates as well. And in this case, though, I am acting as an approver.